Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to be looking at the top 5 best bleed damage dealing champions. So, the champions which deal the most bleed damage in the game, starting off with my boy Venom. So Venom is all about the buffs he has, and right now we want as many fury and crit buffs as we can get, because every time we crit we have a high chance to bleed the opponent. Combined with deep wounds, this means we're going to deal tons and tons of bleed damage on top of that, and he absolutely shreds when he has tons and tons of bleeds. I mean, look at this SP2 let off. It's just absolute destruction, and that's why Venom's one of the best damage dealing bleed champions. At number 4, we have Archangel, and we all know if you can bleed and poison an opponent, Archangel is the option. His neurotoxins deal insane damage, and the damage over time is like some of the best in the game. I think he has one of the quickest Rumble Legends kills, but he is a great bleed dealing champion. However, he does rely on poisons as well to convert to neurotoxins. However, his bleeds alone deal a lot of damage, and you could say, like, why isn't he number 1? But just for bleed purposes, he is at number 4, but for neurotoxins, he'd be number 1. Now, at number 3, we have Domino. So Domino is all about getting that lucky and firing off a SP1, SP2 or SP3. Here we're going for the SP3, and you just want to hope that you get that critical bleed, and we want to try and maintain it. And look at this, it's a 5k per tick critical bleed, that's 10k tick per second. Pretty insane numbers right there. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the refresh on this one. However, when we go for the SP2 here, we'll get a massive crit bleed. This one's only ticking for about 2k, but that's still 4k per second. And then try and refresh it at the end with the SB1, which does insane damage. Now at number 2, we have Magneto. So we all know Magneto is about ramping up that SB3, doing as many heavy attacks as you can, getting between 30 and 40 prowess charges, and then firing it off. And then you'll have like tons and tons of bleeds stacked from the opponent and a massive detonation which should deal tons of damage. So right now we're just ramping him up, throwing those heavies, holding down extra time to get the 10 extra stacks. Each heavy gives you 1 stack of prowess, and then if you hold it down longer you get 10. And we want to get between 35 to 40 and throw off this SP3. So we're just about there. 38 stacks is decent enough for the extra damage bonus, and not only will this deal a bunch of damage to this SP3, but the bleeds afterwards will do insane damage. So right now we have a 3600 tick bleed, which is equivalent to like 7000 damage per second, and then a massive detonation. Did you just see that? A 75k detonation on those bleeds, and that is why Magneto is one of the best bleed dealing champions. So now we got Nick Fury, who in his first phase, not so great, second phase, crazy. These bleeds are nuts, 2k per tick, 4k per second, and then we got this internal bleed going, which is doing about 500 damage per second, and then we'll just stack more and more and more. But if you end with a light, you get this ultra bleed, which does 2k damage per second, and then we're just stacking up more internal bleeds, more light attack bleeds, and our heavy attacks will also apply 3 bleeds, and we're just trying to stack up the bleeds more and more. So this is why Nick Fury is the number 1, because all his attacks are going to deal some form of bleed, and his light attacks are going to deal the most damage bleeds in the game. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.